Hey guys, Chronically Spaced here. First of all, I want to apologize for the lack of video last week. My business trip was a little bit more intense than I expected. I thought it was going to be pretty easy, just go in at 8 or 9, work till 5 training, and then go back to the hotel, whatever. It turned out being going at 8 or before every day and work late every night, so I didn't get back to the hotel usually till like 8 or 8:30, and by the time I got there I was so exhausted I just didn't want to make a video. I didn't want to really do anything, so yeah, in the end I didn't make any videos, so sorry about that. So, but now it is time for updates. Yay, updates! So first of all, I finished Ember's face up, which is really exciting. Well, it's mostly finished. There's a few details that I need to add, but I haven't gotten a chance to yet. I misplaced, apparently, some of the items that I need to finish her face up, and then I want to do some blushing on her hands and feet and some tattoos and stuff, so I think it's going to be cool. I just haven't had a chance yet because now this weekend it's like rainy today and it's supposed to be rainy tomorrow, so I won't be able to do any face up or body blushing or anything this weekend, so hopefully soon the weather will clear up so I can do some more work. But for now, I'll just show you her face as it is. So here she is in all her glory. Where did her... So you can see. You can't really see the details too much, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out pretty much... Well, it turned out better than I envisioned, so I'm really happy. I'm going to add some little gems to her face, and she's going to have some henna tattoos on her hands. I think she's going to be really cool when she's all done. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So, but I'm happy now because she has a face up. She doesn't look like all creepy and faceless. Oh, and I don't know if you got a good look at her eyes. They look so awesome. Ooh, yay, Mako eyes. So yep, there she is. That is Ember. Okay, so that's that. I've done some minor work on my dolls. I restrung Cookie finally, put a new elastic in her and tightened her up, and her posing has improved like a ridiculous amount, so I'm happy about that. I was still having some problems with her head like flopping around. It would just like, I would move her and her head would be like, and it would go in really creepy directions. I called it grudge head, like, because it was like she had a broken neck and it reminded me of like Japanese horror movies, but I put some hot glue in her neck joint, like up in here, and it fixed it perfectly. I guess I'm thinking that in spite of, like, no matter how tightly I string her, that will probably be a problem. Asleep Eidolon, as far as I can tell from the MSD that I own, the heads don't fit really snug on the necks. Like when I look at Take, for example, there's not really a gap where his head is and his neck fit together. So his head doesn't move around a whole lot, even now that I'm sure the resin's been rubbed a little more smooth for me moving his head around. But there's like just a tiny gap on Cookie's between her neck and her head. So that leaves, once the resin's been rubbed more smooth there's not any friction, so the head just goes everywhere. So I added some hot glue and that was awesome. I also ended up adding some glue to Casey's neck socket because I mentioned in an earlier video, his head didn't have a lot of mobility on that little Monica body. The neck was really thick and his head, or his neck socket was just, it's the way that it's made, it doesn't really allow him to look forward or back a whole lot. So, for now I've added some hot glue. It does allow him to look down easier just because it has some grip, and if I like pull it out a certain way, his head, he'll look down more. So with the hot glue there, it kind of holds it in place. If I ever want him to have better mobility, as far as just being able to look down farther or back more, I will have to do some kind of subtractive mod, but I'm not that worried about it. I mean, Take doesn't really have that much. I mean, he can look up a little. He can't can't really look down much, so I'm totally screwing up his wig. Sorry, bro. But yeah, he doesn't have a lot of mobility, so I'm thinking it's just an SD thing. I'm more like spoiled by the MSDs I've dealt with. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about it for now unless it really starts bugging me. So I think those are the only things I did. I cleaned up Cookie a little bit. I'm definitely going to redo her face up soon because I'm getting some good ideas. I have the face up bug right now. I want to redo Cookie's face up. I want to work on Ember. I'm just like, yeah, face ups. But the weather's not cooperating, so I have to like hold all the inspiration and hope that it's still there when the weather gets nice. And then one more update, which is actually the reason I chose to have Take in this video instead of anybody else. I did something that I wasn't planning to do last night. I placed an order for a doll. Yes, I ordered myself a Kroby doll LJ with default face up. I was not going to order him until at least next month, or later depending, but I went on Kroby doll. I've been having a horrible time finding clothes that I liked for Logan, which is what his name is going to be. And I liked a lot of things on Kroby's site, but they're all sold out. Because as you know, Kroby's clothes are always freaking sold out. They sell out quickly, and they take a long time to restock them. Or at least that's how it seems to me. They're never in stock when I want them, so. I had picked out some other stuff from Tata's that I wasn't that crazy about. And I just happened to be looking on Kroby's website yesterday, and they had the two shirts that I really liked in stock. So I kind of like was like, oh no, how long is this gonna be in stock? I really want these clothes for him. And I have the money for him. I had just, there's a lot of things I'm saving up for, but most of them won't be until June. So I had set aside that money first prior to Dolly purchases, or prior to Dolly savings. And then I was working on saving for Logan. I was only like a couple hundred away, I think, but anyway, I decided that I would just go ahead and get him while that stuff was in stock. Unfortunately, his wig was out of stock that I wanted, but I contacted Kroby and they said it should be back in stock next week, so I'm going to wait and add that to my order when it's back in stock. And I have to say that I had the most intense buyer's remorse that I've ever had after ordering him. Just because, for one, this is the most I've ever spent on a doll, at least up front. I did order some more accessories with him, like some more expensive accessories than I have in the past with other dolls. Plus, he will be the biggest doll I've ever ordered. He is 68 centimeters. And I've only ordered ever 2 SDs, this guy and Casey was like kind of different because I ordered his head, and then I got everything else way later, and so it didn't feel as overwhelming. So yeah, Logan is by far the most expensive doll that I've ever ordered, and I just, for a moment, I had that freak out of, oh my god, I spent so much on this doll. What am I doing with my life? I'm spending all this money on these dolls, and I just kind of had like a small BJD mental crisis, but I was like, well, I placed the order, I sent the money, what's done is done, so I went to sleep, and this morning I felt a lot better. I was really excited. So I think I just have these like freakouts when I do things that are not, I'll plan to do things and then I do them differently, and it kind of throws off my mind where I'm like, holy crap, I feel like I just did something super impulsive and crazy and bad, but really I didn't. So I think he's going to be amazing. I really, really, really cannot wait to see him in person. I've wanted LJ since they released him, so I'm really excited. And I will show you stuff as it gets here. I may actually do a box opening video for him. I've been thinking about it. I don't know. I might try it. I've never done a box opening video, just pictures and then blogged about it, so I might try it. Might be fun. I guess that's about it. It's pretty huge. I was like, oh, I ordered a Kroby doll LJ. Yeah, oh my god, I have another doll on the way. My doll family is getting scary. So yeah, that's what's going on with me right now. Planning to do some BJD Addicts prompts I swear, I know I say that every time, I'm gonna do some prompts. I'm gonna make a video about Casey's backstory. And then I'm actually just gonna come here and tell you a bunch of stupid, boring updates that you don't really care about. So, but the plan is, do some BJD Addicts prompts, talk about Casey's backstory. Next week it will happen. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm gonna go and clean up my mess from making this video because I moved stuff around everywhere, and go back to work, and then I'm going to enjoy the weekend. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, or if I get this posted super late, which is pretty freaking common for me, then I hope you had an awesome weekend, and I will see you in another video soon. Oh, and thank you to all the new people who subscribed to me. That's awesome. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed to me and who's been commenting on my videos. Sorry if I've missed your comments. I went into my YouTube inbox a couple days ago and like had all this stuff that I never got alerted about. So if I never responded to your comment, it was just because YouTube was a jerk. And yeah, so thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Dun-na. Dun-na. Pretty boy in your face. Burn it.